Hello, I'm Tegan at Blackheath High and I'm about to interview two students, Lucy and Poppy.
Hi.
Hello guys, are you excited about the Olympics?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good and it's a really exciting time. So.
Yeah, like it'll be really crowded and everything, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, but it's going to be loads of traffic. How do you think you're going to be able to cope with that?
It's going to be annoying.
We'll be in the holidays, so obviously we won't need to do things like go to school and everything.
Yeah.
But I think, it'll be worth it though.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
And you can all stay home and watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Have you got any tickets to any Olympic events?
Yeah, I managed to get tickets for the trampolining, so I'm really excited and looking forward to going and see that.
I've got Paralympic tickets.
Yeah, that's good. What kind of Paralympic tickets have you got?
We've got the athletics.
Oh, that's really lucky.
Yeah.
Thank you girls, it was nice talking to you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm really excited about them because I'm foreign. It's really exciting and I'm really keen about the atmosphere and seeing all the sport and everything. Although I'm not going to be here for a majority of it.
Have you witnessed anything like this where you come from?
Well, we had the Olympics in Sydney in I think it was 2000, but I was a lot younger, so I can't really remember.
Welcome, I am Isabel. And I am Isabel. And today we are going to be interviewing Miss Nielsen, our history teacher. So let's start off with, what does the Olympics mean to you?
Well, from a sporting point of view, it's a wonderful opportunity to see athletes who are at the top of their game. And also, having been involved in sports myself as a teenager, I know what it takes to be trained to that level. And I think the opportunity to see somebody performing at that level is great. From the point of view of what does it mean in terms of history and politics, it's a wonderful opportunity to see lots of different states together where they are cooperating and they're peaceful. I suppose that is the important thing.
Authority got tickets to the Olympics.
What do you mean generally?
Generally, yeah.
Well, obviously members of the public could buy some, but recently there was something reported on the news about the proportion of tickets they've held back for VIPs and companies and so on, and I did think it was rather a high proportion.
Did you get any tickets to see the Olympics?
No, I didn't personally apply for any, but my husband did and he didn't get any. But members of the family have. So.
What did he apply for?
I think it was hockey and athletics, but he's going to go to the hockey because our daughter got some hockey tickets, so he will be able to go to all
Do you think it's unfair that a company gets 500 tickets and the ordinary people who live in London don't get any?
I do, but then I guess some of these companies have given a lot of money towards helping to sponsor the event, so you can see why they feel it's reasonable to have a few tickets for them, but it does seem that they're getting too many.
Okay, so what do you think about the whole way the Olympics have been set out in terms of tickets?
Okay, I think it's been a bit of a disaster.
How the Olympic ticket system has worked out?
To be honest, I don't really know because I think my parents applied to get many tickets, but they live quite locally and they didn't get any. So I think it's a bit unfair and it's not a very good system.
Yeah, so if you don't mind me asking, how many tickets did you try to get?
About 3 for swimming, athletics, and gymnastics.
Yeah, because they're really hard to get.
Okay.
But what do you think how the whole system of the Olympic tickets have worked out? How do you think it's?
I thought it was really poor. I applied for a number of tickets and didn't get them.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was a shambles.
Yeah. Do you think that people of only high authority got the Olympic tickets? Or some?
I certainly think some of them. I was disappointed how few people seemed to win in the ballots. I didn't get any tickets in the ballots. I was very disappointed, and it maybe ordinary people didn't seem to as much as big companies who managed to get hundreds of tickets that they could then either give to their sponsors or give as prizes, and I think that's a shame.
What did you apply for? Do you remember?
I applied for athletics. I suppose I should have expected because that's a very popular main event, but no. I also applied for the equestrian because it's at Greenwich Park and didn't get that either.
Do you think people of this borough should get a priority because they're here?
I don't know about this borough, but I certainly think London residents should have priority for London events. And
I mean, surely it's a global event, but people coming that we've lived here, and surely they should get VIP because they're.
I would agree with you. I would agree. I think there should be an allocation of tickets which are just for local people. I think that's very important.
And how do you feel about big companies getting like 500 tickets and normal people getting about one?
I disagree with that. I think that everybody should be equal in the bid for tickets. I think it's a special event. It's only going to happen once in our lifetimes, and I think therefore we should all be equal in the allocation of tickets. No special dispensations for big companies.
Okay, I'm Angelina, and I just came out of my interview with Alex Grant, and I asked him a bit about his job and what does he do. And he was a counsellor, and he represents Blackheath, and he listens to people and actions their complaints. He allocates resources because he has a budget, and he allocates them to highways, schools, libraries, social services and housing. The highlight of his career was he getting resources for John Roan and Thomas Tallis, which is just locally. He said he's been a councillor for 14 years, and he was the youngest Labour councillor, which was very interesting to know. We went on to about the Olympics, and he said there was a controversy about who qualifies as a competitor, and it was tests to see if you qualified, but he said he didn't want to base it on who was born in the country, because their mother and father might have been from there, and that wasn't really fair. And he said there's going to be a lot of disruption because Greenwich Park and the Heath will be closed, so there won't be a lot of access to it, and transport, they will have to change the railway timetable, which won't be a good thing for local people. He said he didn't have any tickets personally, but he said he may be invited to one of his colleagues, and he had one ticket to a gymnastic rehearsal, and he said that the council was disappointed not giving it to people in the borough. He said, going on to the Diamond Jubilee, he said that there was an event happening nearby, which was the reopening of the Cutty Sark, where the Queen will be attending at the end of April.
How do you feel about the Diamond Jubilee?
I think it's really exciting because I remember the Silver Jubilee, I remember the Queen's Silver Wedding, I remember the Golden Anniversaries, and I love it with all the pageantry that happens in London.
What are you doing for the Diamond Jubilee?
I really don't know, but it's the week of half term, isn't it? And it's also the week of my birthday, so I should probably be watching it on TV.
Well, will you not go up there?
Probably not, because I always think that I'd love to go for the atmosphere, but actually you see more.
If you're on telly.
If you're on telly, so that's a bit lame, isn't it?
And do we get an extra 2 days off?
We do get an extra 2 days off.
Really?
We've already had one out. What we have at school is so many days we have to work a year, and Mrs. Oz has already adjusted the holidays to give us that extra day.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Sophie. And I'm Zara. Today we're going to be talking about the author Geraldine McCaffrey. Recently she visited the school and gave a talk on her life as an author. We're going to go around the school and ask some people about what they think of her work. So, Mrs. Hill, do you think Geraldine's a good author?
I think she's a superb author. A lot of her books cover lots of very different subjects, so there's always a lot of variety. I think the fact that she was allowed to write the sequel to Peter Pan speaks volumes.
Have you read any of them?
Yes, I've read the Peter Pan one, because ever since I was a little tiny girl, I've adored Peter Pan, always wanted to be Wendy. So I just wanted to see how they finished it off, and it was very good.
Would you recommend it?
Oh yes, definitely, I would. Mainly because I think that the sentence structure and the way the narrative flows is very good English, and it shows students how to think about writing their own words.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you think that Geraldine's a good author? I think she is a good author because she's quite imaginative, so sometimes the stories are a bit out of the ordinary. Have you read any of her books? No, but after her assembly I would like to because they seem really interesting.
It can be a very difficult job. It can be very nerve-wracking. That's the worst thing about it. So, like last night, did you see this bus that crashed in Switzerland with the kids on?
Yeah.
It was an awful bus crash. Ski trip, kids coming back from a ski trip, bus crashes in a tunnel in Switzerland, 22 children dead from Belgium. And so I get a phone call basically saying, right, we want you to do something on how safe coaches are when kids go on holiday and trips and so on, like you would have done.
Did you visit?
No, I didn't go to Switzerland. We had reporters in Switzerland, and I was in the UK. So I then have this sort of mad ring around trying to find out how coaches are regulated, which doesn't sound very interesting. And then I have to go on the 6 o'clock news and sort of sit there and answer these questions, and it's just very nerve-wracking. You've kind of got the presenter there, and she talks into you, and you've got one chance to get it right and not trip over your words or get the wrong fact or make a mistake. So they're the difficulties, right? And you've got to get your facts right, but you feel brilliant afterwards. Like when you would do a play and everyone claps at the end. It's just got that feeling of performance about it, so it makes it worthwhile.
We're reporting for BBC School Report.